Greetings and welcome to this week's magical message. I pray that you all have had a wonderful weekend and I hope that your week has gotten off to a really great start as well. So before we go ahead and get started, make sure that you all like this video, subscribe so that you all can get the notifications every week when I post. Okay, and if something resonates with you, feel free to leave a comment. I enjoy seeing what it is that you all receive as well. Alrighty, so we're going to get started with the overview. So we have It's Her in reverse, and this is with the soulmate card, okay? We have Hidden, the Sun card, and Gift of Communication, or Gift of Connection, sorry. And then Stand on Your Square, Desolation, Old Money in reverse with a Hero's Challenge. Blue, we have Gift of Creativity with the Maker Princess, Warrior 2 Power Awakes, and then we have the High Priestess with the Truth card. Okay, so there were a lot of cards that came out this week. It was a lot that needed to be said, and I feel like it's going to hit some people very directly. So some people may feel like this reading may not necessarily be theirs because this seemed very specific, very particular. But take it as it resonates, and if you get something from it, then it's meant for you. Okay. Now, with It's Her being in reverse, this tells me that this is a karmic feminine energy. This does not have to be a woman or a girl, but this is a karmic feminine energy, man or woman. Okay. Now, we also have Hidden with the Sun card and the Gift of Connection. This lets me know that there is a hidden connection or opportunity that you may be holding on to, maybe to keep it safe, to keep it sacred, to allow it to come to fruition without having interfering energies. And this is what you're supposed to do. On the shadow side, though, I also feel like there are some hidden alliances. That word specifically, or allegiances, actually. There's a energy here that there's some players involved in something that you may not have been aware of or may not have been completely sure of, right? But either way, there are things that are getting ready to come out. So we move on to Standing on Your Square with Desolation. And here we see that sword of truth, right? It is purging, it is bleeding out all of the stagnation, all of the toxicity, all of the lies, the betrayal, all of the things that really cause a soul to be really heavy. Okay, so there are going to be a lot of truths that come out and a lot of confirmation and finality around these truths. And then we move on to Old Money with a Hero's Challenge. Okay, and it's interesting the way that these cards fell because a Hero's Challenge a lot of times can be standing on their square, right? And especially when, and it says hero, but in my mind, I think more of like, it says Warrior 7. I feel more of that warrior energy here. And sometimes when we are standing up against something or we've stood up against something that seems much greater than we are, right? We can get scared. We can feel unprepared. We can, there are a lot of different things that can come up, but none of those, or sometimes none of those feelings are feelings that really push you to move forward. So the challenge really can be to stand on your square and keep moving forward. Okay. And this comes with Old Money. So there's a return on investments, or there's some new money that's coming in. There's going to be some kind of reward, some kind of financial flow that comes from this truth coming out. Okay, so this could be a situation with court. This could be a situation where you are just dealing with another individual that maybe has not been honest regarding you. They've told lies about you. They have, they may have even had, more than one person, had like a group of people together doing these things, right? And so whatever it is that has happened, right, where they have moved against you, whether it was lies that they told, whether it's some things that they did, some things that they didn't do that they were supposed to do, regardless to what it is, there is flow and financial flow, especially that's coming. And it doesn't even necessarily have to come from them. This could also be energy that comes because it is rightfully due to you. right? But you needed to finish clearing out this energy for it to be able to flow, okay? Because in whatever way, it may have been blocking some kind of financial center for you. Now, you have blue with Maker Princess. This is the gift of creativity, and Power Awakes. So there is a rebirthing that's happening on a greater level than even just like your material life or your day-to-day life. This is in the very essence of who you are. It's like if you go from different a long time span of like depression or something, and you've done all that grueling work that allows you to get up underneath that depression, find out where it's coming from, pull it out, yank it out, and then you begin to rebuild and recreate, and there is new energy about you because for all intents and purposes, you kind of are a new person, right? And you get a chance to allow for these energies to flow in some new ways. You may find power within yourself that you didn't even know was there, drive and motivation. You may find dreams and desires that you never even realized were there. But this flow has gotten started. Your attention is no longer on all of the weight, right, that was revealed and bled out with this desolation card that came with stand on your square, okay? And then you have the high priestess with the truth. So this is also standing very firmly and powerfully in what it is that you know to be true, what it is that your intuition can feel, honing in to that sacred energy that tells you when something's not right, when something is good for you, when something is on its way. Sometimes we'll just get feelings that, something good is coming. And we may not know exactly what it is, but when we hold on to that truth, it allows for that to come into our lives even faster. Or I should say faster than it would if we kind of shoved it off and was like, oh, no, that's nothing, But this energy really is telling us, dig into that intuition, trust what it is that you're receiving. And you'll see that as these truths are revealed, that you've known the truth all along. You just didn't believe it. You didn't believe that it was possible. And maybe you didn't know all of the truths, but you knew enough to know that there was something more there. And so now it comes out, right? And now it's being brought back to you to trust your intuition, trust that gut feeling that you get, so that there are certain experiences you can just kind of all over just avoid, right? Or maybe if it's a lesson that you need to move through, you move through it masterfully, right? So it's not even like a lesson of not knowing and having to figure it out and having to, fail and try again. This is, you've moved through this already. You understand what it is you're looking at. You understand the energies that you're dealing with, and you move forward from a masterful space, standing on truth, right? And that is what brings you your victory. Now, we also have for the beginning of the week, we have 8 of coins, 6 of baskets, and the garden card. Both are in reverse. We have the 8 of knives, and then we have the Son of coins with Aunt Caroline laying horizontally. Okay. And these cards very specifically wanted to lay this way. And the energy feels like it's something moving. It's something that is moving with you along your journey, or it is in the midst of all of this moving energy. Okay. But we have the 8 of coins, which can talk about work, entrepreneurship, internships, work, putting in the skill, putting in the work to gain the skill. Writing, this could be research. But I feel like with this card starting it off, I feel like in the beginning of the week, there were some things that you all were working towards. There were some things that you've really been putting effort in, and not necessarily just something that you just started, but something that you've started and you are wanting to grow, to build, or you're wanting to move forward. Even if this is not literally your career, your work, this could be in your life. You're putting in work to move forward in life. And it feels as though the 6 of baskets and the garden card in reverse are acting as the obstacles that this 8 of knives talks about having had moved beyond, right? So you all may have felt stuck. You may have felt like there were some obstacles that were getting in the way of you accomplishing some of the things that you were wanting to accomplish. You may have felt a little stressed out, a little worried, You may have experienced it as anxiety, right? Just about how things were coming together, or maybe how they didn't seem to be coming together. But there's this energy of these roadblocks present, right? And there's also an energy of there being like a surprise, something that you're not expecting, or that someone is not expecting coming down the line. So now we have, well, I'm still looking at the beginning of the week, but we have the Son of Coins sitting right here with the Eight of Knives and the Garden card in reverse. Okay, both the Six of Baskets and the Garden card both give an energy of like being stuck in the past or needing to being stuck in the past, being stuck in past drama, that kind of thing, just old energies, right? Things that need to be released or let go of. And the Son of Coins is saying you're moving forward. It may not be time to move forward yet. There's something that needed to be realized about the Six of Baskets and the Garden card, even if it's in your mind, that this isn't something that is real, that your mind is worried, your mind is freaked out because of what you're not seeing. And the stories that are being created in your head are causing you to throw up these mental blockages around what will be given, what won't be given, what something is, what something isn't, what they're saying, what they're not saying, how are they moving, how are they not moving. It's like that energy is coming up, and it's only real because your mind is believing it's real. And I feel like the moment you realize, you know what, this is all in my head, I'm good, let me keep moving forward, those ways open up. Okay, I feel like your forward movement, this Aunt Caroline card talks about, it is the Wheel of Fortune. And it talks about, these things being destiny or destined. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of it. The only thing that could kind of color it a little bit is you. And so trust that what is for you, will be for you. My words are all messed up today. But what is for you will be for you. And you don't have to worry or stress about it. Keep putting in the work. Keep moving forward. Keep your eyes on your goals, right? And don't allow the small things, those other people, those other places or things or whatever else is out there, get to you. Trust your path, okay? Now, again, this is the beginning of the week, so we are moving more so into the middle of the week with those energies. But look back on how the beginning of your week started, right? Was there some things that you needed to get clear about, or a shift in perspective that you needed to have to shift the freedom and the flow that you were experiencing in your life? Okay. Now, as we look at the middle of the week, we have the Big Queen, we have Father Sims, which is the Temperance card. We have Father of Sticks, Five of Baskets in reverse, Ace of Knives, and then the Four of Knives. Okay. So the Big Queen can talk about, she is like the Empress. Okay. And her energy is very much the grandmother, right? Like that's the energy that I think of as like the grandmother, and not grandmothers in the like like your grandma, but like the grandmother, and she brings an energy of fertility. And I feel like this energy is you. I feel like this is you standing here, and there's a balance that is happening, and also what feels to be an abundance that is happening as well. The Father Sticks being in reverse lets me know that there's a balancing coming to a lack of clarity that was had. There was something that you were unsure about, or some things that had not completely come out. And we talked about that stuff that was hidden. We talked about there being worry and concern over what was happening moving forward, or how something was going to be happening. And those things were causing mental blockages, right? There was a need for a shift of perspective. And so I feel like that is what's coming. In addition to that, though, there's also an energy of not just something being revealed, but something being captured. Like captured was the word that came to me. So there's something that is being captured. This could be a person. This could be a person that's getting caught up in their stuff. There could be, someone could be going to jail. Someone could, this could be talking about what someone did, right? Maybe someone captured something. Maybe they took something. But there's an energy here that all of that stuff is coming out. There's clarity, there's balance that's coming. And it's regarding this 5 of baskets. I feel like the 5 of baskets and the Ace of Nines is like someone wanted something for you that was going to cause harm, right? They wanted something that was not going to be supportive and loving for you, right? They may have wanted to bring endings. They may have wanted to, and actually looking at the 3 of baskets, the 5 of coins, and the Father of baskets, this energy is talking about there being a collective that was basically, they're no longer getting along and they're losing out on finances. But this is also them looking back on the things that have been done, right? The things that have been done to stop or to slow financial opportunities, or to slow up your money altogether. This could be a situation where someone was wanting to take the goodness out of your life. They were wanting to vamp on that energy. So you could be dealing with someone like a narcissist or someone who has no respect or real love for or appreciation for you. They don't value you. But I feel like this person is getting karma. Something is being discovered. Something is coming out. They may be expecting to win. They may be expecting a victory, and that is not happening. It's like they don't even see this thing coming. You have the 4 of Nines with the Ace of Nines, and the way that they're sitting just is given an energy of like they don't see the knife coming. They were waiting on their ships with this 5 of baskets. This thing to turn in their favor in a way that allowed them to be victorious. But what actually happened is you got clarity, those things were destroyed, and the very thing that they sent to destroy you is coming back for them, right? So again, there's an energy of like something is completing. There is truth being revealed, and there's no longer room for them to run and hide. So I feel like some of you may have been waiting for there to like a timeline for something in terms of how fast something was happening. And there are some huge major endings that are taking place this week. With that, there also means there are some huge major new beginnings that are coming, right? But inevitably, by the time we move into the next week, everything will have shifted, changed, be different in one way or another. And then with those, the 3 cards, the 3 of baskets, the 5 of coins, and the Father of baskets, there's also the Magician card that came out with the 10 of baskets. And both of these sets of cards are talking about what it was that was done. What it is that was what you're receiving justice for. So this could be somebody who maybe it could be a family friend, it could be a family member. This could be someone who in one way or another has influence within the family or had influence within the family, but someone has been doing some behind the scenes work. This could be spiritual work, right? But this could also just be work against you. This could be someone infiltrating, causing harm, bringing imbalances, bringing illusion, right? So a lot of lies, a lot of just a lot of illusions that they were casting. And it probably is what led to, because this energy with this 5 of coins, it's like they didn't want you to have this. Maybe it was a family member that didn't want you to have this money. Maybe this was or these things of value, because it could be like your way of life. It could be your finances. It could be a financial opportunity that's coming, a breakthrough that's coming. This could be like a new job opportunity. But whatever it is, it's like they didn't want you to get that. They wanted you to believe that you weren't good enough. They wanted you to believe that it wasn't going to happen, right? Those illusions that are being thrown up. They wanted you to be blinded so you couldn't see what was coming right towards you. Okay. Which is interesting that those were the words that were used, because when I look over here at the Bishop, C.H. Manson, there's an energy here of like, he sees what was not meant to be seen. Okay. And I feel like this is, in part, this is you, because you are the one calling judgment. You are the one standing in the line of victory, right? But there's also the energy of someone else who acts as this Hierophant energy, who's bringing order to things. And then you have the Six of Stakes, which talks about victory. It talks about, moving forward. But what I was hearing was there are going to be victorious stories told, right? They're going to be telling of these battles. They're going to be sharing, and people are going to want to hear what it is that you have to say. They're going to want to hear how you overcame these things, right? And I feel like your victory is what is not unexpected, especially the way that it sits with this Eight of Knives card. It's like they're not expecting you to be victorious. They had an idea about you that was not true. And they moved off of that. They made a lot of reckless decisions, they took a lot of like immature or just, in some people's cases, some very evil stances against you. But you've been victorious. And then you have the Strength card, which could be a Leo, right? You could be a Leo, but this could also just talk about the strength that it took. You're telling these stories of battle, right? And that in itself is about your strength. It is about the power that you emit and how you were victorious in doing those things. And then you have the Mother of Coins. And it's interesting because the Strength card is a woman with a lion or a lioness. And then you have the Mother of Coins, and her cat lays on the bed beside her. And she is a master when it comes to her finances. She is at peace. You have the lavender sitting right behind her. There's a full blood moon behind her. She has all of the things that she uses and utilizes, and she's resting. She has everything she needs. And again, going back to this Five of Coins energy, they couldn't take what was hers because it was her. It was coming from who she divinely was, right? This could be someone who was really jealous about who you were. They wanted what you had or what you have. They wanted to be able to take those things so that they could feel as though they had overcome you, because for whatever the reason, you in their mind were a threat. All right, your very existence, your very essence, the way that you move, the way that you create, the way that you bring in things, all of those things for them registered as a threat. Doesn't mean that it truly makes sense, but for them, that's how it digested. And for you, this outcome for you is amazing, and it's beautiful, and it feels, just as much as it is victory, it feels like it is self-realization, because again, this wealth, this truth was already within you. This was already a part of you. It was already a part of your destiny. But I feel like there were experiences that you had that caused you to question whether this was really for you, whether you would really get it, whether you really deserved it, whether you had what it took, whether the opportunity would come, or whether it was something that was a wonderful dream at one point in time, but now you need to grow up, or now, you missed out on your opportunity, or whatever it is that your mind is telling you, whatever story your mind is telling you, you're having this breakthrough. Because now you have the opportunity to see yourself in some ways you had never seen yourself. And I feel like the truths that are going to be coming out this week are going to be very evident of that. Okay. So I hope that you all got something from this reading. I hope that it resonated. I hope that you use these energies to really make your life better. And I hope that whoever is doing all of these things, I really hope you get everything that you deserve, because, well, this is YouTube, so we'll keep it clean. But, there are there are some things that you can't come back from, right? There are some things that you can do to divine beings that you can't come back from. There's nothing, no apology. There's no amount of gifts. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of anything, right? That could make up for some of the harm that some of these people have caused. So again, I hope they get everything that they deserve, right? Because they have worked just as hard as we work for our blessings. They have worked for this downfall. And so let it be so. Alrighty then. I hope you all have a wonderful, Jesus, still with my words, a wonderful rest of your week. I hope that you all are celebrating by the time we get to Saturday's energy. I really do. And most of all, I hope that you all realize how special and how powerful you are. And you don't allow for anyone or anything, even your own mind, to get in the way and tell you that you are anything other than that. Okay? So with that, I am complete. I'm going to close out this reading. If you haven't, make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can get these readings each week when I post. Bye.